Hello and welcome back to the Owen Glendale Model Railway, and in this video we'll be reviewing the Hornby W4 Peckett 100-year anniversary edition. I purchased this locomotive 2 years ago for a price of £125 at Lord and Butler. This little tank engine is quite of an interesting little locomotive, celebrating 100 years of Hornby, and there is more to this edition of locomotive. I'm just going to open up the box and show you what you get with this little tank engine. Right, here we are. I just removed the sleeve of the box. Just to give you a bit of a heads up, it can be a bit stiff and hard to remove, but once you remove it, you are presented with this, a beautiful red box with gold leaf letters celebrating the 100 years of Hornby. This is a very beautiful looking box. Now we just open it. You have a good foam pad and a little certificate saying which number of Peckett which this one is. As well as the paper on how to maintain the locomotive, the oiling points, how to remove the body of the tank engine. And the oddest thing which comes with this model is this. I haven't removed it from the bag because I think it's a bit absurd and it's a bit fun. Just has a bit of a gimmick. I put this along with the model. It is a bit of fun, and I know that it is just a bit of wood where they just had the letters carved out of it. Had it painted gold. It is bit of intrigue about it. And there's the little tank engine itself. Just bear in mind. Yep, there it is. The little tank engine itself. Now we'll just go over to the turntable and see the beautiful details this tank engine has to offer. Here we are on the turntable with the Hornby Peckett W4, and even if it isn't in a prototypical livery such as its photographic grey, it is truly a beautiful locomotive. It's simply mind-blowing on how much detail this little model has to offer. It has the lining around it, it's just superb. I know I might have given it a bit of a hard time comparing it to the Dapple Hawthorne Leslie, but one of the positives of this little tank engine, you don't have to worry about unscrewing it or tightening up the screw on the plinth of like you have to do with the Dapple Hawthorne Leslie, because with that you have to unscrew it off the plinth and you might have the possibility of over tightening it or losing the screws. With the Hornby Peckett, you have the traditional ice block boxing it has. So it's not as complicated, but in the detail department, this little tank engine has it in spades. And now we'll have a little bit of a closer look of its tank engine. Here we are at the side profile of the Peckett W4, and just the detail. It has Peckett and Sons, Bristol, which you could easily read. The 614 lining is beautifully crisp, and even on the works plate, you may not be able to see it here, but if you get one of these local tank engines just for yourself, it is very easily readable. The grey and blacks and whites and reds suit this tank engine beautifully. The painted bars, the little whistle, and it all goes around the windows of the tank engine as well. It is a very pretty little tank engine. The cylinder block has lining. The cab has lining. It's beautiful gold, probably brass, but it painted it. We have exceptional detail in the cab. The back side of this locomotive is very beautifully done. I got to give Hornby credit where it's due. When he put effort into making a locomotive like this beautiful, they do know what they're doing. I do enjoy running its little tank engine on my layout. It runs so beautifully and smooth. My friend Alex normally uses Peckett's for his projects, such as his Percy and that. Even the underside is painted, which is white to match. On a normal one, that would be black. Because this is celebrating 100 years of Hornby, yeah, they pushed the boat out a little bit. Now, we'll tell the story of the Peckett W4. The Peckett W4 class was built between 1885 and 1906, with a total of 140 locomotives built. The diminutive shunter featured dual 14-inch cylinders, and where they were used extensively on a number of industrial railways across the UK, including Manchester Ship Canal, Elder Valley Steelworks, and Hunnsey and Port Palmer's. There is unknown how many were in service, and there's no information on when withdrawals began. But it is known that there are only 2 of these tank engines left in existence. Now it's time to take this little tank engine down to the track and see how usable and enjoyable it is. Here we are at the track with the Hornby W4 Peckett 100 Year Anniversary Edition on the track. For this running session, I decided to go with a industrial tank engine theme. So, with the Hornby W4, I have these slate wagons, and on the second line we have the Hornby Peckett B2 with some mineral wagons. Just point out this special edition coal wagon which my brother kindly bought for me at the Swansea Model Railway Expedition, and this Rapido Southern Rail brake van which I bought myself also at the show. And on the third line we have the Dapple Hawthorne Leslie with some mix train with This should be a pleasant running session. Now it's time to let these beautiful little tank engines show us what they're made of. Another pleasant, smooth-running session comes to an end, and it is truly a pleasure to have this little Hornby Peckett W4 on the layout. It's smooth, effortless, very powerful little tank engine. It may not be as special as the Hawthorne Leslie, but for the prices you can get for them now on several model railway sites such as Rails, where you can find these for less than £95, and the most expensive is on the model centre is about £125. For something less than £100, this little tank engine is certainly worth the value. The details are insane. Delivery is just beautiful. I know it's not prototypical being in photographic grey, but it is also representing 100 years of Hornby. one of the best companies which are around at the moment. Hopefully, their current problems will first end and they become the company that we all once loved. And I hope they will, because they have great little tank engines such as this Peckett, which would fit beautifully in anyone's layout. It's just a cute little tank engine. It's just marvelous. That ends my review of the Hornby Peckett W4 100 year anniversary edition. If you liked the video, please like, share and subscribe to the Lone Ranger Motoring channel. If you have any ideas for the future, please put them down in the comments. As long as they are feasible, we're more than happy to look into them. For now, it's see you next time.